Okay, now in this lecture, I want to go back to my first account and just share with you my back office and show you my inventory and the kind of products I have for sale. The reason why I've been showing the new account the last few lectures is because I wanted to show what you would be looking at when you're adding your inventory, when you're managing it, when you're uploading the tracking. Because as you can see on mine, this is an account that looks a lot different. The features, the back office is a lot different. So I didn't want to confuse you by doing it from mine. Okay. So this account is a Selling Manager Pro account. Is because I have a store subscription. I have about 1,800 items for sale at the moment, but I do have a limit of 3,200 items. And in about a week or two, I'll be able to raise that limit to almost 6,000 items and listings that I can sell. But right now I have 1,800 items, okay? And I don't want to spend so much time telling you that these are the products I sell and these are the products that I have sold, because I don't want you to get the wrong impression here, okay? There are tens and tens of millions of products out there between Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, Amazon.com. There is enough items and enough people in the world shopping. So again, so many people get caught up and ask me, David, what are you selling? David, what are you selling? I want to sell the same things that you sell. No, you don't. There's so much more money out there and there's so many other products. You don't need to literally copy and paste my store into your store, okay? But just want to be transparent and show you that you can pretty much almost sell any item, okay? So take a look real quick. I have a lot of power tools, cleaning supplies, okay? Lights, mainly home improvement products, and a lot of these are from Home Depot and Lowe's.com. Fans, tools, okay? You're gonna see a ton of random stuff. Pool covers, right? Alarm systems, microwaves, drill sets, right? Dog collars. Okay, see what else here. I like finding the abstract items. And here's a cool thing. When you start getting in the phase of scaling, and you won't be able to do that right away. It might take you a few months, because ideally you want to become good at doing everything yourself first before you hire and outsource someone else to do it, okay? 90% of these items I did not list on my store. I had my employees do it, okay? So it's really neat to see what I even have in my store. I have cage traps, rabbit cage traps. I didn't even know that was there, right? So it's really neat once you get in that position where you don't even have to worry about too much what items are in your store, and you can just have someone manage it, and you just make a profit. It's really cool. Pool toys, camping stoves, right? Nutrition bars again. Let me see here. All sorts of stuff. Vacuums, vacuum filters, fans, mailboxes, life vests. I didn't even know I had life vests, okay? Coolers. I mean, the list goes on and on. I can spend maybe 15, 20 minutes here sharing with you all this. But here's my point. Toilets, vacuum hoses, propane outdoor grills, okay? Dollies, routers, more pool toys, inflatable toys, and there's about 10 pages worth. So I'm not going to sit here and do all that. Maybe I'll just show you one more page, because again, this will be a very long video if I did that. But here's my point. When you're first starting out, okay, now I'm going to teach you two different philosophies here. When you're first starting out, you do want to be a little picky with what item goes in your store, because you're so limited on what you can sell and how much you can sell, okay? So yes, you do want to be picky, and yes, you do want to do some research because you're so limited. You do want to generate some sales and prove to eBay that you know what you're doing, so that way they lift your limits, okay? So going back, showing you some other stuff, some electrical tools, okay, some paint sprayers, all right? Looks like some more inflatable chairs. Where's my inflatable cows? I have a bunch of inflatable cows here somewhere, and they actually sell. It's pretty cool. Okay, looks like some gun and rifle scopes, wheelchair ramps, walkers, okay, basketball courts, weights, weightlifting stuff, fitness stuff, okay? So there's so many items out there, you guys. So many. Life vests, rubber tee, swimming pool, chipping mat. Here's a frog statue. I've sold a couple of these. It's pretty cool. I like selling the abstract weird stuff because then I go, wow, people actually buy that? It's pretty cool. Let me see what else here. Blowers. All right. More stoves. Okay. So there you go. Okay. So what do I sell? Everything. Okay. I really do. As you can see, I don't lie. I sell everything. Okay. There's nothing pretty much on here you can probably ask. I probably have it. Now, I want to share with you what I mean by keeping the winners and getting rid of the losers. Either myself or my employee, we will go in our store and purge our store. What I mean by that is we will kind of just take a quick glance at which items are good sellers and which items are bad sellers and just taking up space in our store. Okay, you want to cut out the losers. All right, and here's how you can do that. As you can see, you can take a look at this column right here, which shows you the number of views. This column is the number of watchers. Let me explain what each one means. Views means that a potential buyer saw your listing and they actually clicked on it. They actually clicked on your listing either on their phone with an app or on their computer, and they actually looked at your listing and maybe they browsed around and read it, and from there nothing happened. They moved on. Okay, so that's what a view means. Okay, so you can tell if your item is doing okay if it has a lot of views. Now, if it has a number under the number of watchers, here's what a watcher means. What a watcher means is they're extremely interested in your item, okay? So it's kind of like you have a store, they went and they're looking at your item, they picked it up, and they actually put it in their shopping cart, okay? That's what a watcher means. And here's how it works on eBay. Let's say a buyer is looking at this item, and they really, really like this item, but they're just not ready to buy. It could be maybe they don't have the money right away, or maybe they want to talk to their spouse about it. Whatever the case is, they're going to go ahead and add this item, your item, to their favorites list. eBay calls it the watcher list. Okay, so it goes in their watcher list. Okay, so when that happens, you'll see this column filled up. All right. Okay, so now let me give you an example. Let's take a look at this listing, for example, this trimmer. As you can see, since November, 171 people have looked at this item. I think I've probably sold maybe a few of these. And currently right now, I have one person that has this item in their watch list, their favorite list, so to say. Okay. So that's a good item. I would not necessarily remove this item. That's a pretty decent item. Okay. Here's another good one. This DeWalt miter saw crown stops. Okay. Over 260 people have looked at this item, and 7 people have it in their watch list. So that kind of tells you how to, this should be generating some sales. All right. So these are winners. These are items I would keep in my store. Okay. Let's say I'm running out of space. I'm running low on my limits. I need to increase my limits. There's other items I would rather put in my store. When I want to get rid of the losers in my store, I go for the ones that have the lowest amount of views. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, let's take a look at this one. As you notice, this one should have been removed a long time ago. So we've been kind of slacking in the purging our store system. Now, this brings up a good point. This item has been here since November. So November, December, January, for 4 months. And in 4 months, only 22 people have walked by inside the store and looked at this item, right? This is not a popular item, okay? This is a loser. But in fact, I do notice something. If you're paying close attention, look at the title, all right? Looks like our team never optimized this title. If you notice, these other titles are a lot longer. It fills up the whole 80 characters, right? This title is very short, okay? So that proves a good point in the previous lectures. Title optimization is everything. You see how this title was never optimized? In 4 months, only 22 people looked at it. So I'm actually going to give this item another chance. I'm going to go and tell my employee to go ahead and optimize this title. And maybe in a month from now, we'll go back and reevaluate and see how many views it has and see if it generated any sales. And if it doesn't, then we'll go ahead and remove it, okay? But let's see if I can find another one real quick. Okay, here's a loser. All right, here's a loser. This item right here, okay? This item in 4 months since November only had 30 views. This item is also optimized, okay? So I can go ahead and if I needed the space in my inventory, I will go ahead and select it and then end the listing and remove it from my store. All right? So that's what I mean by keeping the winners and getting rid of the losers. When you're running low on space or inventory or getting close to your limits, you can remove items from your store and that will increase your limit, and that's how you manage your inventory a little bit more.